I still remember the day my friend Jimmy came up to me and said, "Walter, they lied to us, didn't they?" His eyes were filled with a mix of anger and sadness, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. It's a feeling that has stayed with me for decades, and one that I'm still trying to process to this day. I'm Walter, 78 years old, and this story is about the one lesson I've learned from my experience: that the truth, no matter how painful, is always better than a lie. I'm going to share with you a story that has been weighing on my mind for a long time, and I hope that by the end of it, you'll understand why I'm still angry about the lie they told us. It was the summer of 1965, and I was living in a small town in Ohio, where everyone knew each other's names. I was 17 years old, and my best friend, Jimmy, was 18. We had grown up together, exploring the woods, playing baseball, and dreaming of our future. But that summer, something changed. The town was faced with a crisis. The local factory, which was the main source of income for most families, was about to shut down. The owners had promised to keep it open, to keep our town thriving, but it was all a lie. I remember the day the factory closed, the feeling of desperation that filled the air. People were worried about their jobs, their homes, their families. Jimmy's dad was one of the workers, and he was devastated. He had always been a hard worker, providing for his family, and now he was faced with the possibility of losing everything. But here is what I never told anyone. Jimmy's dad had been warning us about the factory's troubles for months, but no one listened. As the days turned into weeks, the town became a ghost town. Stores closed, people left, and the once thriving community was now on the verge of collapse. Jimmy and we were angry, we felt betrayed. We didn't know who to blame, but we knew that someone was responsible for the lie. We started to investigate, to ask questions, but every door we knocked on was met with silence. But here is what I found out. The factory owners had known about the closure for years. They had just been waiting for the right moment to announce it. I remember the day we confronted the factory owner, Mr. Johnson. He was a tall, imposing man with a cold stare. He looked at us, Jimmy and me, and he said, "Boys, you don't understand how business works." He told us that the factory was no longer profitable, that it was a necessary decision. But we knew that wasn't true. We knew that he had made a choice that affected the lives of hundreds of people. But here is what I realized. The lie was not just about the factory, it was about the system, the way things were done in our town. The revelation hit me like a ton of bricks. The truth is that we were all lied to, not just about the factory, but about the way the world works. We were told that if we worked hard, if we followed the rules, we would be okay. But that's not true. The truth is that the system is flawed, that it's designed to benefit a few at the expense of many. And once I realized that, I couldn't go back to the way things were before. But here is what I want you to know. It's never too late to learn the truth, to see the world for what it is. I still remember Jimmy's words. "Walter, they lied to us, didn't they?" And I know now that he was right. They did lie to us. They lied to our parents, to our friends, to our community. But I've learned that the truth, no matter how painful, is always better than a lie. And that's the lesson I want to share with you. But here is what I hope you'll do. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and join me on this journey of discovery, of learning, and of growth. As I stand here, reflecting on the journey that has brought me to this moment, I am reminded of the countless people who have supported me along the way, the ones who have listened, who have encouraged, and who have pushed me to be my best self. And I have to say, it's been an incredible ride. From the darkest depths of self-doubt to the highest peaks of triumph, I've experienced it all. But through it all, I've come to realize that the most important thing is not the destination, but the journey itself. The journey of self-discovery, of growth, and of learning to let go. I remember the first time I hit rock bottom. I felt like I had lost everything, my sense of purpose, my identity, my direction. But as I looked around, I saw that I wasn't alone. There were people who cared, who were willing to listen, and who were eager to help. And it was in that moment that I realized the power of community, the power of connection, the power of being seen, heard, and understood. As I began to rebuild, I started to notice the little things. The way a stranger's smile could brighten up my day. The way a friend's listening ear could calm my fears. The way a kind word could lift my spirits. And I started to realize that these little things, they weren't so little after all. They were the building blocks of a life well lived. A life of purpose, of meaning, and of connection. But it wasn't always easy. There were times when I felt like giving up. Times when the pain felt too much to bear. Times when the darkness seemed too overwhelming. But I kept going. I kept pushing forward, even when it felt like the universe was pushing back. And it was in those moments that I discovered my own strength, my own resilience, my own capacity for growth. And that's what I want to leave you with today. I want to leave you with the knowledge that you are strong enough, that you are capable enough, that you are enough. Not because of what you've achieved or what you've accomplished, but because of who you are. Because of your unique perspective, your unique voice, and your unique gifts. You have so much to offer the world, and I truly believe that. So, I hope you'll join me on this journey. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and become a part of this community. I hope you'll share your own stories, your own struggles, and your own triumphs. Because when we come together, when we support each other, and when we lift each other up, that's when the real magic happens. That's when we can create a ripple effect of kindness, of compassion, and of love. And that's what the world needs more of, now more than ever. So let's do this. Let's embark on this journey together. Let's explore the depths of our own potential, and let's discover the incredible things we're capable of. Let's support each other, let's uplift each other, and let's create a world that is more just, more equitable, and more loving. Because I truly believe that, together, we can do anything. We can overcome any obstacle, we can achieve any goal, and we can create a life that is truly extraordinary. Because I truly believe that, together, we can do anything. We can overcome any obstacle, we can achieve any goal, and we can create a life that is truly extraordinary. And I want to leave you with a story that has inspired me to keep pushing forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's a story about a young girl who grew up in a small village, surrounded by poverty and limited opportunities. But despite the odds against her, she had a spark within her, a flame that burned bright with determination and curiosity. She spent every waking moment reading, learning, and exploring, devouring books from the local library, and seeking out mentors who could guide her on her journey. And as she grew older, her passion and dedication only intensified, driving her to pursue her dreams with unwavering resolve. She faced countless setbacks and rejections, but she refused to let them define her. Instead, she used each failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, to refine her skills and sharpen her focus. Years went by, and the young girl became a woman, a powerful force for change in her community. She started a school for underprivileged children, providing them with access to education and resources that they otherwise would not have had. She advocated for social justice, using her voice to raise awareness about the issues that mattered most to her. And she inspired countless others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of kindness and compassion that spread far and wide. But here's the thing. This woman's journey was not without its challenges. There were times when she felt like giving up, when the weight of the world seemed too much to bear. There were times when she doubted herself, when she wondered if she was truly making a difference. But she persevered, drawing on a deep well of inner strength and resilience. And in the end, her courage and determination paid off, inspiring a generation of young people to follow in her footsteps. As I reflect on this woman's story, I am reminded of the power of the human spirit. I am reminded that we all have the capacity to create positive change in the world, to leave a lasting impact that extends far beyond our own lifetimes. And I am reminded that it's never too late to start, to take that first step towards making a difference. Whether you're 18 or 80, whether you're a student or a CEO, you have the power to create the life you want, to pursue your passions, and make your mark on the world. So I want to leave you with a challenge today. What is it that you've been putting off, that you've been dreaming of doing but haven't yet had the courage to try? Is it starting a new business or pursuing a new career? Is it traveling to a new country or learning a new skill? Whatever it is, I want to encourage you to take the leap, to trust in yourself and your abilities. Because the truth is, you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. You are strong, you are resilient, and you are powerful. And when the doubts creep in, as they inevitably will, I want you to remember the woman from the small village. I want you to remember her courage, her determination, and her unwavering commitment to her vision. And I want you to know that you too can be a force for change, a beacon of hope in a world that often seems dark and uncertain. You too can create a life that is truly extraordinary, a life that is filled with purpose, meaning, and joy. So let's do it, shall we? Let's create the life we want, and let's make our mark on the world.